So hello, we're live. So we're going to be doing latch hookings right now. We're going to do this picture. We're going to turn down the music so you guys can hear me. It's going to be in the background. So we're going to do this. As you see, we got some of it started already. We're going to do this part right here, where this, oh wow, where this hand is right here. We're going to do it over in here. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to get you guys to see it a lot better. So we're right here. We're going to be doing this square right here. So we're going to need yellow and white. So I got my white in a bag. It's B. And we're going to get my yellow, which is A. And then we're going to use my picture as a diagram to do the thing. So right now we need like 10 white for 1, 2, looks like 5 rows. 1, 2, 3, 6 rows. So we need basically 50 white for right now. So we'll just get out a bunch of white like that, see, and just throw it on the throw it there, and we'll just use it. And you're gonna see me go, and you're gonna see how to do latch hooks. You're gonna see how easy it is. So we're gonna count about 6 rows up, and I always make sure I have everything ready and primed when I do these videos, so you can see what I'm doing. So let's get at it. This is live. This is the Screechmeister. TikTok knows me as Screechmeister, and today is the introduction to my Screechmeister show on YouTube. So this is my second show. The first one didn't go over too well because it was like fluctuating. So I'm going to go up the side and count 6 rows so I know when to stop basically when I get to it. So that's 2 because we want to get to the yellow part, right? We got yellow coming soon. So this will be 3. And then we're going to be putting yellow in. So 4 is what we're coming to, right? So this is how I mark my thing, like when I got a color change coming, to start paying attention to the whatchamacallit. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 2 more. And make sure you pay attention to these because let me tell you, taking the knots out of these is a pain in the butt. So yeah, it's 6. But I'll make sure on my thing, always make sure on this because this is your diagram. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6. So we want to go 6. So 1 more. So we're at 6. So we marked our rows. So all of this is going to be where I'm up to. This is going to be nothing but white. So now we'll just start going on the row that we started at and go over 9 more on each, the next 6 rows. So we're going to want to go back to the music here. So I have music playing in the background as you'll notice. I sometimes tell some crazy jokes. So it's, it's always fun to have this and, have some comedy. Some of you will like them, some of you won't. Some of you will be like, oh, this guy's crazy. You know what I mean? But I am on a live feed for YouTube, my second video. Welcome to the Screechmeister show. We do crafts. My wife does cross stitching, does my embroidery basically for my quilts. And I do the quilting, I do the sewing. So we're going to have, and then in crafts, I do looms, which is with yarn. I do latch hooking, as you see that I'm doing now. And I do quilting. So those are the things that I be doing. So today I'm just doing some latch hook because I was needed to, start somewhere with something. So I figured I'd start with something that was easy to teach kids. Each, to give you guys some party ideas for kids or a sleepover, or just to get your kid into something, which is real simple and easy. And you see, it's not really that difficult. It's all about getting the latch hook and the loom right, So, but yeah, I'm known on TikTok as a TikToker, and now I'm going to be a YouTuber. It took me 50 videos on TikTok over the last, geez, 3-4 months to get this going. So I've been in the process for about 3-4 months of getting TikTok going. Got TikTok going, and now I'm going to get YouTube going, and hopefully I can get get you guys liking what I do. And then I can get some questions and comments, and people will start joining in and live on the Screech Show. The Screech Meister. So we just keep going like this until we get up there to that last row, and then we can start switching over to getting some yellowing in here, and then we can finish our goal for the day, and maybe we can get into some cutting out some diamonds and octagons like I've been doing on TikTok. Showing them, because I'm going to make I'm expanding my horizons, trying to make a diamond quilt and an octagon quilt on the same quilt. And then we'll get into some circles and some more stuff in quilting, start gaining us all some experience to make some pretty quilts. So that's the goal of the show, is to meet new people, see what they have to offer, and see what I got to offer, and maybe we all learn together, and we could all, I've always wanted to have one of those quilts where I start a quilt and then I send it around the nation to somebody, and then they add something on. I don't know. My goal is to travel the nation and make a nation quilt. Get a piece of history from all 50 states. 50 squares. That'd be interesting, huh? From every location or every city I've been to, have a piece of fabric or something on the quilt from places I visited. Be kind of an interesting quilt, huh? So that's basically what I do. I just go real fast, And then, my goal is to finish up to here today to get this row done. I'm doing, like I said, I've already started the outline. All I got is left is the tail of the cat, and that's on the next row. The cat will be done on the next row, and then I'll be starting with pretty much the rest of the stuff. And we have plenty of these latch hooks, so it's not like this isn't where I'm not going to have plenty of videos. So, but I am going to have a day for latch hooking. I'm going to have a day for quilting, or probably a lot of it's going to be quilting. So once a week, I'm going to try to have latch hooks, looms in there. I'm going to have some finger yarn to teach you guys how to do with the kids, to make chains with the fingers. So I got plenty of yarn that I can teach and show how to do that too. So how they used to make Afghans and stuff back in the day was with their fingers. You know what I mean? They used to use the yarn with 2 to 4 fingers and make Afghans and stuff. And they probably still do overseas and stuff, in India and places like that. I wouldn't be surprised. And they're pretty too. I can't say anything negative about it. I used to do it. I made a lot of things that I did, I actually have one out in the shed that I made my ex-wife. It's crazy. Or that I made, you know what I mean? I gotta quit using that terminology right there. But yeah. But yeah, I have a lot of stuff that I made that I'll be able to show throughout the things, and I have my first quilt out in the shed too that I'll bring in, and we'll have a day of repair for quilting repair. So yeah, stay tuned. We have all sorts of things that we are gonna be doing over the on YouTube. Quilting repair. So yeah, it's gonna be this show's gonna be exciting. Just got to get up and watch it, and start making a name of quilt repairs and stuff. Quilting. But as you see, I've already gone almost 6 rows up here, so I'm on my 4th row. I've already done over 30 of these. See how easy it is and how quick it is. You can make these pretty much in a day or a day and a half. If you just stay at it, and you don't have any interference, you can just go right at it. Like I started this morning on TikTok. I had to wait for my probation area period to get on to go live. So this is the second show of the Screechmeister show on YouTube. The first show didn't. It was all pretty much black and me eating and see me eating chips, and it was just an experiment run. It was just like, okay, whatever. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now is latch hooks. I got tons of these things I got to get made, so I'm gonna have to do a whole day of nothing but latch hooks, run show, so I can get this done. And then when we finish it, you'll see the final product, and we're gonna finish it. We'll finish it together and stuff. I'll always run the video doing it, so you guys see. You guys came in, and this has started like 2 years ago. I used to do 10, a square a day, which is 100 of these on 10 different of these latch hooks, and I'd finish them in probably 2 months. Yeah. So I have a bunch of, used to have these completed, gave them out to people as presents. That's the dumpster outside throwing stuff away. So, but yeah, we're almost at the switch of the color change, to where we got to use our piece of paper over here, our pattern, or basically it's the instructions on how to put this together. So we have one more row to go, and then we're at the yellow and white. We just finished white and black. Now we're going to go to white and yellow. So yeah, it's going to be, seems like it'll be, this is a pillow basically, or you can use it like I suggested. You could use it like for Thanksgiving or something, or like a Halloween party for food, and it's got this thing on the back where you can use it as a mat for food, a food tray holder, whatever, or a pot holder so you don't burn and scuff your tables. It's got the nice little slick thing on the back. Plus, it's got a design for Halloween, so it's pretty. I got about 8 of these things that are different Halloween things. I also use these for quilting patterns. So, like 1.5 inch, 2-inch squares, and they boil down once you sew them to like 2-inch squares. I mean, yeah, like if you do 2.5, it's 2-inch squares. If you do 1.5 inch, it's inch squares with the 1/4 inch sew. But the problem is you have to cut out the pieces, you know what I mean? You get them all, and then like this, you got to mark them. I mean, you don't necessarily have like this. You could go and cut these pieces out too if you wanted, with different colors to make this a different color than other than the pattern's got, But you got to cut out all of these things and put them in the plastic bags, and then when you get done with all the colors, then you can start it. It takes a little longer. You don't have you can do that, but you don't have to. So we're on our last row before we switch to yellow. So I'm pretty sure all of this is white. Yeah, it's all white right here. So we're going to be doing white and yellow. There's not very much yellow. but the yellow is up here. It blends in a little bit. And the music makes me go faster. And I set a goal today that I wanted to get this. I was like way down at the bottom. I was like way down, hit the way down here. And it just like, whoa, goodness, you know. So I did this whole row pretty much on TikTok and now YouTube. But yeah, this is the Screechmeister doing latch hooking. I'm a known TikToker. It's been crazy. As you see, I talk a lot. So, but I'll come up with some jokes from time to time. You know, out of the blue, I'll just like, whoa, and then I'll give you some history lessons on me, and you know, talk about real life events. And like the other day on TikTok, it was weird. I was started, you know, I do videos every morning on TikTok with my dog, and I walk, and it's called the Screechmeister Bella Show, and it's just walking my dog, you know. And then so anyway, late at night we were, I took her out for a nightly walk, and they were just watching, and you know, and I got back upstairs from the walk, and they were talking about the dog for, you know, their dog, and I was talking about my dog, and next thing you know, it went from there to divorces and relationship talk to football and sports talk to kids to coins and football and baseball cards. So it turned out that it was only going to be like a 15-minute conversation, and turned out to be, or not even that, it just turned out to be a 15-minute walking the dog. Turned out that me and my wife were answering questions about relationships, and we're talking about coins and cards and all life events. So it was crazy. It was just funny, you know. So now we're at the point where we got to pay attention because we got the yellow. So now you come up here, and we're right over here. So now we're going to start looking for the yellow. Or no, we're like way over here. We're right here. So we're going to go down a little bit and get all the yellow that's over in here. So the computer's backwards. So now we're going to count, and we're going to have one yellow and the rest white. So we're going to go one yellow and 9 white. So I do 10. I'm going to go by 10s because it's easier. So I'll do one yellow, and then I'll go to white. So it looks like we're right where we're supposed to be with this. I had to sew the other side because it came messed up. So this is a free quilt, basically, or I mean a free thing. Because I'd take pictures and everything and showed them I sewed it, and it was just, it took me like 6 months to get my money back on it. It's the only bad thing about ordering from Amazon. You don't know what you're getting. And then I think it was a Temu. This came from Temu. So yeah, so it took me a while to get from Temu. Like Amazon's like right away. So don't get me wrong on that. But yeah, it was Temu, I believe, was what this came from. And I get a lot of my stuff off Amazon when I do crafting, just because it's easier, less hassle, and you don't have to fight with sit there and do the Temu deals, because Temu could be. I mean, the other day I was on Temu, and it's just like, oh my god, you know what I mean? The deals that popped up, then you're like, oh my god, you penny deals, and then you do the penny deals, and next thing you know, you spend $100, and now then your mailbox gets blown up, or you're waiting for, you know, the delivery service to show. And then they show up every day for like a month. So yeah, don't do that. Don't do like I did. So that, I mean, Temu, you got to get off of Temu, or you're going to be, you know. So there we go again. So now we're going to have to go back to the yellow. So we're at the end of the line. So now we got to go back. So yeah, I do everything like this at the same time I'm on the phone. I mean, I'm on the live with you. That way, you can see how the growth goes. And I do it, I don't. So, wow, it's crazy on how this is. All right. Yeah, they really messed that up over here. This area was messed up and it kind of threw this off. Once I get past this area, it'll be real easy. So the next one is 3 yellow. 3 yellow. Okay. 3 yellow. And the rest white. So we get 3 yellow. Yeah, I only got a few more rows to do, and then this one is pretty much this. My whole goal for the day is done. But yeah, always this is like easy to do, and it goes real fast. Like I was way down at the bottom, and I just did all of this today in a matter of 5 hours, just because I had nothing. I just wanted to start off with something simple with YouTube. I didn't want to go like jump right into it with something major. Why I was kind of learning YouTube and seeing how I was supposed to stream or see the guidelines and stuff like that. So, and see, this one's like really crazy because this is the area, like these last 3 rows over here are just nuts. And see, it's because of all of that. So now I got it stuck. So now I got to figure out how to get it out. This whole area over here is just crazy. So yeah, when you get up messed up section, it could be. And this is like I've had a few of these, but not a lot. I mean, very rarely do they come messed up. Even on Temu, they don't come messed up, but it happened to be the luck of the draw that I got the bad one. So I have to be very careful with it. So I'm going to check my pattern again to make sure that I don't have any more yellow on this row. I'm pretty sure I don't, but because I would have got them out, right? Yeah, but always double check to make sure. Yeah, no, I don't. The rest is white. So, but yeah, these last 2 rows are going to be fun because of the mess up that they did. So I got to be real gentle, going through these. I can't pull as hard as I could normally. But once I get past this, the rest of this is going to be easy. But it's just this little section up here that's messed up, and it's just I had to sew it, and just I wasn't happy. I don't like to have to fix things like this, you know what I mean? Because I had to try to go with what was the lesser of 2 evils, just to, you know what I mean? And so I figured I'd sew it. So I sewed it, and that was about, I don't know, I guess I had this out about 6 months ago, too. And I sewed it, and then I was frustrated because I had to sew it, and I put it down for a little bit. And I didn't do really anything else on it because it frustrated me that I had to do that. Because I could, it takes the beauty away from it. Have you ever had anything like that you really really wanted, and it just something happened and it just took the beauty out of something, like a kid scratched an antique piece or whatever that you wanting your whole life, and it's like, oh my goodness, and you got so mad. That happens, So yeah, it is what it is on this, and it's very brittle. And then when I go back to the beginning over there, it's going to be very brittle until I get it to where it needs, until I get over here to the ending point to get over the switching to the next section of 3 or next 30 pieces. And then right there is going to be a pain because I can't, you know what I mean? The last row, each and every one of them. So one white, one white, modified yellow. I got to be really easy with these. Can't pull really hard, and I got to get them just right so that they go on because of the mess up there that they did. And I had that one row. Gets easier as I go, come to the right, but you got to get past the first three or four, and when you get past them, then you're good. And I listen to these songs, and it's like, my goodness, man, makes you like, I know it's really crazy to say, but you look back and you go, how life would have changed if some of the people in your past you would have, if you just would have taken heeded their device when you their advice, you know what I mean? When you were in that situation, how things could be different, you know what I mean? Or how things may or may not have been different, you know what I mean? How it would have changed the course of history of your life. So, remember that. Always remember that anything that anybody tells you, that sometimes people that are telling you with experience are telling you because they don't want to see you get hurt, you know? And that happens, and I've been there, just like everybody else has. You wonder, well, what if I would have listened to this person? Would I still be in a relationship with them? What if I would have listened and done this? Would I, my career path and choice has been different? What if I would have, and a bunch of what ifs? But if you went on living life like my wife says, if you live on what ifs, it's going to do is tear apart what you have now. So why not remember what you did wrong then and apply it to where you're at now and don't make the same mistakes. So this last row is like goodness is all yellow. So we can put the white up. So we're done with white. So it's all yellow to where we need to go. So what this song reminds me of is like the every time I hear it is the life choices that each and everybody makes. You know what I mean? On a daily basis. What if that person that got in a car wreck would have waited an extra 2 minutes from leaving? Would they still have met at the same time? Probably not. You know what I mean? Definitely not. What if the person that was didn't go to school that day and and everything happened? They wouldn't have been in the situation. What if people would still be alive? Still be here to talk about it. So welcome to the streets, Monster. We're on second show of the day. The first one didn't was just experimental thing. We're doing latch hooks in an area that came messed up, so it's very brittle right here. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get through this thread or not. Maybe. This is where I sewed this together, so it's going to be really, had to sew up the hole. Wow, see, easy. I mean, when there's a mess up like this, it's rough. So we're talking a little bit about some life events, about what ifs too. So with the song, I mean, this is crazy. This is rough, man. Let me tell you. Oh wow. Oh wow. See it again. It's the way it came, and I gotta be easy with it. Because if you pull it too hard, I'll re-rip it, and I don't want to re-rip it because then it's a pain in the butt to refix it. Each time something breaks, it gets harder to fix. You know? And I slowly got it like go up in here. It's like real brittle at the edge because of how it came. So every now and then you'll get one, once in a blue moon. I mean, I'm talking once in a blue moon. You'll get one like this. This is like my second or third one I've got, and I've been doing these for years, about 30 years. So yeah, they're not always like, so that tells you how rare they are. They're not, rapid like this. Even off of Temu, they're not. So I'm just trying to find a location to get through it because of the way I had to sew it to close it because of the mess up. It wouldn't be so bad if they could sing. They certainly can't dance. No, let's just move on. There's a lot to do. Let's do. And then I did. So I'm down to my last two, and then I'll be done for the day on latch hooking. So I have one more to go, and then we'll sit here and figure out what the next item up for bid is. It's been a long, like 6 hours, but just this to get it to this far because of this whole row was pretty much jacked. See, it's real thin right here, and I gotta be careful. I'm gonna try to get it so I can. Right there, I got some grip on it, but it's not tight. So I did it like that right there. So yeah. So let me put my yellow up. This one was rough. Crazy. So as you've seen earlier in the video to where we're at now. Oh, there we are. Woo! So here we are, see. We just did right here. Right down here. We started like way here this morning, like whoops. Like right here. Oh man, yeah, the video's off. So we started like way down here. But right before this cat started here. Well, so now we're gonna watch it. So yeah. But yeah, I'm almost done with the cat. Probably a couple more rows. About 20 more rows to this way. Or this way. Yeah, that way. That way, yeah. And that's what it looks like on the back. You put your stuffing in that white zipper there. So that was fun for the day, you know? Wow. It's crazy. So, here's another one. That I made a quilt to this. So, and to show you what they come with. Come with the yarn, and then they got this, they got your latch hook right there. See it right here? So it's green and pink. That's only lasts for maybe one, or maybe this one's got a lot. So it probably just comes with, you got to be real easy with that latch hook, or you're going to have to go buy you one so you can do multiple. Because they are very brittle and they don't you pull too hard, it'll break that latch up. I've broken quite a few of them. That's why I don't like to use them. I probably have so tons in a box, and it's no fun with them. So yeah, I wouldn't suggest that. So that was the project for the day that we had a goal and then to do, and then that's what it looks like at the end when it's all fluffed out. Let you see it. So, and then it shows you how to latch hook too. So for right now, we're going to put these back in our plastic container that we got. Not that one, but the one way over there, so that we can have it done. So that was a long morning. That was crazy. So we might switch over and show you some, figure out what else to do on the show. So it's not an all waste. But I got to get this show out there, so I got to advertise on Twitter and see, I got all my stuff marked with the letters and stuff for that, so that I know which colors go where. Always do that if you put them in plastic bags, unless you're really good. You know what I mean? Know what you're doing. Some people just throw them on the table and know what the hell they're doing, which I get it. Look at that pumpkin orange, bright pumpkin orange. So then we'll set our latch hook pattern back in here so it don't get ripped. I can't put that back in there because it's like, now I don't have anywhere to. Yeah, see, it even came with the button, not even, right here where it's supposed to latch, didn't even come with that. So, I mean, it's crazy. What, can't even latch it, so thing was all messed up. So that was one project done, that we had our goal. So this one came with the latch hook. But like, I take all these little plastic tubes and I put them in plastic bags so that it's easy to work with. So I'm not sure where all the pieces are to this, but I know I got them around here somewhere. So I'll go set these back over by the sewing machine where I had them, so we can work on these on next Tuesday too. So join in every Tuesday and latch hook day if you like doing latch hooks. Looks like Tuesday's going to be latch hook day, and we'll find a day for looms and show you how to do looms. We got a figure 8 loom that's about 110 pegs. Oh my gosh, it makes Afghans. It's like huge. Got to tune in for those. So we'll figure out a day for looming.
Thank you. What's happening?
Like you said, this was the big number in the show.
Yeah, the big one. With the dancing girls, they were good. Compared to this, they were good. This was not good.
This came with what? Oh my goodness.
Lamont wants some free tickets.
Who?
Lamont.
No. Well, on the guitar is pretty good.
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
Goodness, good.
Eric gave a week's notice.
So yeah, I already started putting this one over here.
No!
And, wow.
The NFL is back, and FanDuel's got everything you need to play your game, from same-game parlays to live betting. Right now, new customers bet $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. 21 plus and present in select states. 18 plus and present in D.C., Kentucky, and Wyoming.
Just as I thought it was going on right. Found out I'm wrong when I thought it was right. It's always the same, it's just a shame, that's all. I could say day, but you say night. Tell me it's black when I know that it's white. Always the same, it's just a shame, and that's all. I could feel, but I won't go. Though my heart might tell me so. I can't feel a thing from my head down to my toes. But why does it always seem to be looking at you and you looking at me? It's always the same, it's just a shame, that's all. Turning me on, turning me off, making me feel like I want too much, making me lose just to putting me through it all the time. Running around, sleeping out all night, taking it all straight to take a one.
All right, I'm back at it. All right, so I'm back at you. Today's the street show. We were doing some latch hooking. I also started on TikTok this morning with the latch hook. So you got to see the opening day of YouTube on the Screechmeister show. And so that's basically what we did today. And we started on TikTok and then we came over and opened up the show on YouTube. It's not going over very well on YouTube. So it's because I don't have any followers yet. I don't have any people that know I'm alive yet. So it will get busy. I promise you that. But as soon as we get the show going and get it up and fully running, you will be able to see lives. We'll have special events. But yeah, tune into Tuesdays. Looks like Tuesday's going to be Latch Hook Day. So yeah, we'll do latch hooks on Tuesdays, and we'll do quilting until I can figure out a date to get looms, and then we'll do looms, and then we'll try to figure out a date to do the finger yarn and some other things. We'll get some things for everybody, and maybe get my wife involved with having her do a show on cross stitching while I'm quilting and stuff, So tune in. We got a lot for you on the Screechmeister show with crafts. Until then, enjoy and thank you for watching the stream. Please like, share, and recommend.